Top 20 Jordan Peterson quotes. Don't compare yourself with other people, compare yourself with who you were yesterday. It's in responsibility that most people find the meaning that sustains them through life. It's not in happiness. It's not in impulsive pleasure. I don't tell people, you're okay the way that you are. That's not the right story. The right story is, you're way less than you could be. The idea that women were oppressed throughout history is an appalling theory. Life is tragic. You are tiny and flawed and ignorant and weak, and everything else is huge, complex, and overwhelming. It's very hard to find your own words, and you don't actually exist until you have your own words. If you don't stand your ground, then all that happens is people push you backwards. Men and women aren't the same. And they won't be the same. That doesn't mean that they can't be treated fairly. Music has an intrinsic meaning, which has always been mysterious to me. You should do what other people do, unless you have a very good reason not to. I happen to be a big fan of Western civilization. I think it beats the hell out of tyranny and starvation. I'm interested in what motivates individuals to participate in atrocious acts to support their ideological identification. If you learn a martial art, you learn to be dangerous, but simultaneously, you learn to control it. It's very difficult to regulate yourself, and if you learn to do that, well, it starts to spill over. I'm a practical person. I'm not too bad a carpenter. I can renovate houses. Assuming if there's such a thing as reality, if you have a false relationship with it, how can you do anything but fail? You have to listen very carefully and tell the truth if you are going to get a paranoid person to open up to you. If you're a social scientist worth your salt, you never do a univariate analysis. I do believe that there are places where the mythological and the literal touch. Whether or not I like a piece of data has very little bearing on whether or not I am likely to accept it.